Welcome back to Grand Tactician: The Civil War. This is our Confederate campaign that started in February 1861. The date is June the 12th, 1863, and this is episode 31 of this playthrough. If you're new here, check out my channel and see the other playlists that are available, and have a look at this playlist if you've missed the previous episodes. I'll put a link to the playlist in the description. There'll also be a link in a pinned comment, and obviously you can just find it on my channel if you like. So like I say, we are in episode 31. This is, I feel like we're almost at the end here. We've just fought a huge battle over in Missouri where we kicked the Union's arse. We've caused 38,000 casualties, including about 10,000 men captured, and basically sent him packing to the north. However, Missouri's been the main focus point of this war. We've had so many battles over there, it's crazy. But we're going to end it in Virginia, or rather, Washington, D.C. and Maryland. Well, Washington, D.C. and Maryland, I mean. But anyway, that's the plan. At least we're going to hope to end it there. So, off camera, just before I crack on here, the video is chaptered, so if you don't want to watch these bits, these kind of overview parts, and just skip to where you want to go to. But anyway, so here we are then. I've done a little bit of reorganising off camera. You may remember we had the Eastern HQ over here. Has been our recruiting unit for the whole time we've been playing. Well, those guys have just dispersed out into these three corps. Let's take a quick look at the Army of Northern Virginia. It's 110,000 men now, or will be when these guys get there. I've formed up Sibley into a division commander here. He's got 2 brigades of cav under him. We've got Bartow's division with 8,300 infantry and 17 guns. And while we're on guns, I have upgraded these now to mostly 3-inch rifles, but there's some Jameses in here as well. We captured about 100 3-inch rifles over the last couple of battles. I think we actually took 70 odd from the last battle, which is great. Which is obviously, thanks very much, Abe Lincoln and your Union generals for giving us all those 3-inch ordnance rifles, which are awesome. So let's have a quick look through these guys. So Bartow, Wickham, Cabell, and Benning, nicely armed with rifles and supported with a 12-pounder battery. These 12-pounder smoothbores give off great close-range fire, which is obviously awesome for supporting infantry, if you can get a field of fire with them. Next up, we have Smith's Infantry Division, 10,700 men. Kershaw, Hawes, Polignac, and Moore. He's only got Springfield muskets, but I've run out of rifles to give out. I don't think we've got anything available. Let's just have one quick last look. Yeah, we haven't. Not even reboards, not enough anyway, not even Augustins. So it's just going to have to do, and it's going to be a little bit of a hodgepodge, because these guys have actually not fought any battles since 1862, so they've been kind of chilling out for a year. D.H. Hill, Daniel Harvey Hill, Clark, Hughie, John Hunt Morgan, and Rhodes, again with muskets, because I just haven't got enough. I guess I could switch them out of some other units, but I think we'll be okay. So I'm just going to leave them as that. They're going to use their muskets. Now, the artillery here, 84 guns in Preston's battery. Three-inch ordnance, 3-inch ordnance, 3-inch ordnance, a wired, and 3-inch ordnance. There, I left this one in here. I was going to make them all 3-inch ordnance, but actually it has the same range officially on the game, 1,800 yards, and very good accuracy. Whereas the 3-inch ordnance has excellent accuracy and 1,830 yards. It's close enough. I mean, you know, it's fine to keep the wired in there. I think you say wired, but I really don't know. And then I've made a new one here. Under William Lee, he's got the bump up to Brigadier General. And this is, I mean, these guys are all brand new troops, so these will be a reserve division, just in case we need them when we push up. We've got Lowry with Enfields. We've got, actually, well, maybe actually we'll switch these guys to have the Springfields. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Springfields for these dudes, because these are going to be a reserve corps, a reserve division under Lee. Let's see if these can keep their reboards, then maybe we can use them. They've got 12-pound Napoleons as well. So that's a nice reserve force, actually. So 7,500 men with 14 guns. We can push them forward if we ever need to. So who was it that only had Springfield muskets for Moore? Let's give them rifle muskets. And Rhodes, we'll give them Enfields. That's better. So these guys are new as well, but they've been around for a bit longer. Can't remember how you check the training. Or maybe that's just a core-wide thing. Let's have a quick look. Training, very good. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that doesn't count for those new units. But anyway, so that was Jackson's corps there. So we've gone through those guys, except for Sibley. Merrill Carbines for him. That was Sibley's brigade. He's now the division commander. And Vaughan with Richmond Carbines. So nicely armed to carve. Next, we've got Stuart's corps, the second corps. We've got Ewell's division, 11,000 men with no guns on these. Quick run through. Mississippi's. Springfield musket again, damn it. It'll just have to do. And then Chew, the new guys, they're coming in 3 days with reboard muskets. Early's division, 9,600 men. Wilcox, Rosser, Jones, and then Stark coming in as well. Again, new troops, but they're armed with Enfields. Hampton's division, this is a large division, 11,000 infantry, 11,000 men and 18 guns. We've got coming Buford. Springfields for those guys as well, but again, I've got nothing. And Springfields for these, actually. Ooh. Whitworth rifles for Bratton. Bit concerned with these two guys having Springfields, but I mean, what can you do? We haven't got unlimited weapons. Then Ruggles Artillery Division, they are 3 batteries with James rifles, so they'll have to get a little bit closer because their range is only 1,500 or so, 1,530, but with very good accuracy. I mean, they do the job. Anderson's Cav Division, Fitzhugh Lee with Hall Carbines. We must have captured them somewhere, but not given them out. Adams with the Richmond Carbines, and Cutts, who I've given Colt Revolving Rifle to. See how that goes. They get 12 rounds per minute, so like nice close range shock, and they've got 6-pound wires as well, but only 4 of them, so we'll maybe see if we can deploy them somewhere on a flank or so. And then we have Magruder. Now Magruder is in the Shenandoah Valley. This is a pretty small force all in all. Well, it's actually a decent sized corps, but compared to the other two, it's a small one. We've got Stewart, who's got 38,000, Jackson with 42,600. He's going to have 28,900, so just under 29,000 men. We've got Bowen's division with Heath Dunavant? Dunavar? I don't know. Whatever his name is, he's in charge of those guys. Supported with 12-pound Napoleons under Canty. Then we have John Bell Hood's division. Reboard muskets for those guys. Springfield muskets. And Springfield muskets, actually, that's not good at all. Sterling AM Wood, 3-inch ordnance, 3-inch ordnance, and more 3-inch ordnance. I think these guys have got more Springfields because I haven't really used them since 1862, so it's been a while since we've been even anywhere near this army. And I've been spoiled in the West because most of those guys are armed with rifles. Next up, we have Hill's division. Again, this will be a reserve force if we need to fight because these guys are all new troops. We've got Pegram with reboard muskets, Avery with Springfields, Slocum with an Augustin rifle musket, and Crawford with Springfields. These guys were actually from one of the forts in Virginia, which I've just moved them from there because they need to do some fighting now, I think, if it need be. And they're supported with 12-pound howitzers? I don't think so. 12-pound Napoleons. Better. All right then, so let's have a quick look. And that's all of them. And then they're supported with Burnside Carbine, armed Cav under Govan. So this is our troops. This is the positions. I've been talking for a long time now, it feels anyway. I mean, it probably wasn't a long time, but it feels like a long time. And I'm sure if you've listened to it, it's felt like a long time to you as well. But anyway, so we're going to leave the 3rd Corps in the Shenandoah. Well, we may advance them up to here to see if we can block the Department of the Ohio coming from support in Washington. They've also got the Army of Pennsylvania with 24,000. They've got the Susquehanna Army with 28,000. And they've got the 38th Army with 25,000. So there are troops in this vicinity. What they've got here, Army of Washington 9,000, Department of Pennsylvania 25,000. So this is pretty lightly protected, really. So I think that's enough waffling now, and I think it's time to launch what could well be the final push on the Union's lands to gain our independence. I mean, I don't know if it will happen. I don't know if we'll win. We should win this first battle, I think, because I mean, the numbers are crazy in our favor. So I'm going to leave it paused for now. I'm going to start sending these guys up. Actually, no, we're not. We're going to wait 3 or 4 days until the extra guys arrive. Let's just speed time up a little. The dudes in Missouri should be pulling out. Yeah, they've pulled up to the north. I'm not 100% sure if it'll finish the war when we take that place, but it should. We spread our guys out a little bit here for supply purposes. So we've got the Reserve Corps and the Arkansas District picking up supply from... Is it Rolla? Yeah, it's Rolla. But... Ooh. Elite battle flag. Oh, let's go with that one. Awesome. Yeah, so... I'm going to move one of these guys off to St. Louis. Is there no depot at St. Louis? Oh, yes, there is. Again, just for supply purposes, really. Because I believe there's no supply here. Oh, there's this depot. So we should pick up a little bit of supply there, but obviously, if we've got like 100,000 men here, there's not going to be enough supply for all these guys. Alright, so that's that. Let's see if our reserves have arrived. Not quite. Do we want to do any of these things? Probably not. Infrastructure reform. Well, let's do that one. So while we're waiting for these guys to come in here, just a quick word on what's coming up next on the channel. So I will do another series of Grand Tactician. Ooh, did I just see movement? I thought I'd seen these guys move. Maybe not. I will do another series of Grand Tactician, but it's going in a few days' time once this one's finished. So I'll have a couple of days off from Grand Tactician because I've done one of these every day for the last month. Well, sometimes 2 a day, actually. And I don't want to get too sick of the game, if I'm honest. So what I'll do, I'll play a couple of the other games that I do, Crusader Kings 3 and Field of Glory Empires. So if you like that kind of strategy sort of stuff, then check them out. If you've never played Field of Glory Empire in particular, that's worth a look. It's a pretty good game, especially if you like this sort of grand strategy thing. It's not real-time strategy like this. It's more turn-based, and the combat's a bit different, obviously. Check it out if you haven't seen it. I'll stick a link in. You can check it out and have a look, see what you think of it. It's definitely one worth picking up, I would say, if you're into this kind of gaming, and it's worth watching if you like watching this kind of content. Yeah, so that's the plan. I'm probably going to have a go at an 1861 summer start Union campaign. They are moving. Army of Northeastern Virginia. I wasn't expecting any movement here. I mean, they haven't done anything at all in this theatre the whole time. And now that I'm having a little plan here to get some action going, they are moving their armies around. All right. Well, that's the way this game goes sometimes. I had hoped to finish it in this episode, if I'm honest, but it might not happen. So yeah, I'll probably do a Union campaign, summer of 1861 start, and see how that goes. I haven't played much as the Union at all, to be honest. Not for any particular reason as such. I prefer the Confederates. I think it's a slightly more challenging campaign. However, it might actually be more challenging to play as the Union in this game because the AI seems a little better at defending than attacking, and the onus is on the Union to attack. Anybody watching this probably knows that already, but so it might be more challenging for coming to attack the Confederates. So I've only ever recorded one Union campaign, and that was absolutely busted by updates that happened while I was playing, because I think it was the 1.05 beta version, or maybe they were just implementing some new changes. Whatever it was, it broke the game. I can't remember, and it had to end early. But yeah, so I'll probably roll with that. And it was also suggested to do an 1863 Confederate campaign. I've never started in 1863, but that could indeed be an interesting playthrough to go with. In 63, the Union has a massive advantage over the Confederates, and as the commenter pointed out in the comments, the Union still has pretty high morale in 63 compared to the 64 campaign, where morale on both sides is wavering a little, well, more for the Union than the South, but still. Let's keep an eye on this. I can't believe they're actually moving. This is genuinely, this is the first movement we've had in the East since I don't even know when. There we are. Our guys are in. Let's push on Washington. So just before this kicks in, actually, what I'm going to do... Let's just find them. I'm going to add the Army of the Northwest, which is just a corps-size army, to the command structure of the Army of Northern Virginia. I mean, they'll be out of command range, of course, but it means if I... so they've got diplomacy 1. But it means if I move him across, then it's more likely these guys will fight together, I think. But either way, let's just let this go. Jackson's moving up by rail. What's going on here? Why is he going there? This is not going as planned at all. Like, what the hell, man? $69. Well, I mean, we're still miles outnumbering them, but I don't know why Lee's not there. I don't know why he pulled out. It's just one of those retarded mechanics of this game. But well, we'll fight it. We're facing Patterson with, I don't know, 30,000 men, so he's miles outnumbered. Let's see if we can do him over. And like I say, this is likely to be one of the last engagements, I think. I mean, we'll find out. So that's the Department of Pennsylvania over there, 2 hours away, and the Army of Washington right here. I don't know who's commanding that. So this battle is, like, it's tiny. I might edit it a little bit while I'm playing. We'll load it in, we'll do it. The Battle of Washington, District of Columbia, June the 15th, 1863. I'll see how long this episode runs, so I'll see what the time looks like, and if it's going to be a longer episode, if we need to find another battle, then I'll edit this one down a little bit. Because, I mean, it's 34,000 Union troops under Patterson against 81,000 under Stuart. It should be a foregone conclusion. However, with me leading the attacks, yeah, I mean, anything could happen, to be honest. Yeah, so we're to attack the enemy. This is obviously expected. Is that the only objective? Let's just check. That's it. Dr. Noble. Cool. I like that. So maybe a guy called Dr. Noble owns his little farm here. Just outside Washington, D.C. So obviously, we've still got to be a little bit careful. We can't just throw our men away willy-nilly. But that goes without saying anyway, because I wouldn't do that. So this is our little reserve force here. Okay, so we're going to send Jackson. Oh, not him. Jackson up this road. Maybe set up here somewhere. Looks like a fair hill. We could maybe set some guns up. Depends what he's doing. Depends where he is. And let's march on Dr. Noble's place and see if we can take him out. We're starting at 7:30 p.m. 1931, so he's going to have his reinforcements pretty soon. But that's okay. Where will they come in from, though? Let's just have a quick hang fire here and pause. They'll come in from the top. Or possibly from the east. They shouldn't be coming from the east. There's no way. Since they were located to the west of them. But we never know. Either way, one of these corps should be enough to take out the enemy. I'm just going to detach Lee with his division. Because I don't really want him part of all these movements. We'll bring him up, obviously, but I'll keep him to the back. Let's press play. It's a little annoying we haven't got the army commander because it's going to make redeploying a little bit of a pain in the arse, but let's just wait and see what happens. Why is he going here? Are these guys detached now? I don't know how you can tell. There's still a line, but not a solid line. Maybe they are. Let's advance up a little bit. I think he's still coming. Ah, he's still attached. Okay. Screw it. End of day, right. Patterson arrives, so he's on the field. Who knows where he'll be, though. You'll have to remember Ruggles is the guy with the James rifles. And Preston is the one with the better guns. Quite large battery of guns, actually. Alright, so we haven't spotted him. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to press play here. I'm going to send out Sibley and his division just to see what he can see. And then we'll make a decision on moving forward. Possibly we'll line up here. But I'd like to see where he is first. It's usually handy to know where the enemy's at. Alright, so... Oh, there you are. She had defenses, at least. So you've got guns in there. I don't know what kind of guns. Probably 3-inch ordnance. He usually has those. So maybe we'll get up on this hill. I don't think that's too close to the enemy. We will take fire, of course, but that's to be expected. So I'm going to move Kirby Smith up first. These guys are going to go around here. When I'm executing like movements like this that are going towards the enemy, oh no. I usually like to do it from a division kind of level. We'll move the guns up to here. I don't want them too close yet. Just got a new new sound system, and I'm still getting the swing of it. I hope the volume isn't dodgy on here, and I hope you're not too bothered about my taste in music that just flashed up there. I'm sure you're not. Right, so we still can't really see. I wonder if his defense is going around this way. They should be. I would think that's what he's doing. Let's move Anderson's division forward a little more. Just around this way. And I'm actually going to detach him as well. Let's start our guys moving into place. Early. And then Ruggles and his guns. I'm going to get them up here for now. Obviously, that's not where they're going to stay. Wade Hampton and his division, I'm going to send them further up around the flank. Well, up his potential flank. Let's see how he's lined up. Alright, so Kirby Smith's guys are in position here. Get them scouts back in. We'll detach those guys as well. I'm going to send that cav to our right flank. Let's give these guys a minute to get in position. Again, I know it's something I say all the time, but attacking is much harder than defending. I mean, in this game and in reality. So even though we do outnumber them substantially, it's still not easy to attack and not be losing too many men. You've got to be patient, and you've got to wait for your moment. And we'll do just that. We still haven't really spotted much of his line. Where's Patterson? This looks like it's just that army of Washington, 9,000 men. Our morale's only 50. His is 63. Okay. Stop it. Let's press the ones forward. I'm going to send out Jones's skirmishers armed with Mississippi rifles, so nice range on those. We're going to send out Ross's skirmishers as well. They've got Mississippis. Select them. Should give us a better idea what's going on as well. I'm a little concerned we don't seem to be seeing Patterson's force. Like, where are they? No shot for some reason. Just magically again. That's usually the case. Blocked by something or someone imaginary. I can get a bit of a shot anyway. Getting some skirmishers out. Shows fired. Oh, it's the skirmishers. Gonna give a couple of these guys counter battery orders. He's sending some of his own guys over here to deal with the attack. Decent fire from these 3-inch ordnances, like we knew there would be. Looks like his 3rd Brigade's got a bit of a death wish going on here. Ooh, but they haven't taken these guys in the flank, but I think they'll be driven off. I don't know why he would be doing this. But, you know, it must have made sense to someone. Taking Dr. Noble's place. We haven't found Patterson though. Nice, they can just stroll straight past our men, of course. These boys here must fancy fighting to the death. Can teleport out? Yeah, of course, why not? Just teleport out. It doesn't matter about our second line or anything. Yeah, I mean, this happens, doesn't it? Enemy troops just retreating, just walk through your lines. Of course. Oh, here we are. Pause. Is this Patterson arriving at last? Certainly looks like it. He's going to take Ruggles' guns in the rear. Jeez. Great. Well, let's see how this goes. I don't know. If we could just... I was thinking maybe we could just turn them all. That would be nice. Yes, we did lose 1,500 men attacking that. Substantial. I mean, these guys should all have surrendered, obviously, because this is... There's no way they would have just been able to walk out of there. Just turn the fire. Slow us down. It looks like we're going to have a little bit of a cavalry fight on our hands. Anderson's division. Fitzhugh Lee's going to engage here. Oh, he should. Troops coming down this flank as well, so they're definitely coming down like they mean it. We're going to get Yule's men in position here, hopefully. So this is definitely a tougher fight than I was expecting. We're going to have to pull Anderson's carve out here. Oh, what the... Everything's taking forever and a day to get moving here. Oh. 300 casualties for them. 750 for those guys, but my men... I mean, the car's got to pull out. Broken, yeah, for real. I know I say it all the time, like, I do enjoy the game, but it's so annoying. There's no way those guys should have been broken. They were pulling out, lost a couple of hundred men, you know, which happens. Never mind. At least the guns got out. Unbelievable. How many men has he got? Seems like a lot. Oh, no, 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 no. I pressed the wrong button. This has kind of been 2 battles in one. We'll leave Sibley here to protect the objective. The rest of our guys are going to push on. See if we can finish this. Ruggles wounded. How? Counter battery fire. Jeez, what the hell? How the? That's crazy. This is a much tougher battle than I was anticipating. Like, much tougher. But I suppose they are fighting for their capital here, so, you know, it's sort of understandable. But still, like, it's just... the amount of casualties is insane. Like I say, it was a hard battle. A reasonably well fought defense. I mean, a little bit. We got a little bit caught unawares with him coming there and Anderson's division getting pretty much whacked. No, but he's at least reformed. Now you move. Now you move when the enemy's approaching. Okay. And you're just gonna keep marching. You're gonna fire. I don't actually know if he is pulling out. I mean, it seems logical to me that he would, but we have another notification to say he is. See if Fitzhugh Lee can redeem himself a little bit here. They are retreating officially now. Okay. I'm going to times 10 this. Like I say, it was a tougher battle than I thought it was going to be. I did actually quite enjoy it in the end. Minor Confederate victory, 6,500 casualties for him, 3,400 for us. That was... we lost 11 guns as well. Pretty grim. Patterson snuck up on us. I mean, I knew he was out there somewhere, but... you know, he did an okay job. Let's have a look then. So, they lost 6,700 men, 840 killed, 403 captured. Really, we should have captured all of those 9,000 that were left from that first force. Never mind, we captured almost 4,000 rifles and 33 guns. Now, do we take Washington now? I think so, but I'm not sure. Especially not with the Army of Northern Virginia scuttling around down here at the headquarters. It's just... let's see. Let's see what happens. I think I'm gonna move Magruder up. And Ruggles was wounded. Well, let's promote Pelham. He looks pretty good. I'm going to replace him. If we've got someone to replace him with. He'll do. Captain to Brigadier General. Nice. Oh, his stats didn't take a hit either. Oh, you must have captured some £10 parrots. I'm going to exchange some of these Jameses for the parrots then. Well, it leaves us with one of those. That's okay. Right, so let's see if we take Washington and let's see if this is the war over. That would be something, wouldn't it? That battle was hard. Very hard, actually. I enjoyed it, though. So we're capturing Washington. Mexico City falling. I thought that was going to be Washington for a second. He's moving his guys across. Washington falls. And the war is over. Just like that. This is one of them things in this game. The war just ends. It just ends like that. So, that's great. I mean, I enjoyed the campaign as a whole. On reflection, I did do a lot of moaning. I know I do a lot of moaning when I'm recording. Maybe that's entertaining to some of you dudes, or maybe it's really annoying. I really don't know. But there are so many little niggly problems with this game and stuff like that. But on the whole, I did enjoy it, and it was a good game. It lasted from, like I say, February 1861 to June the 16th, 1863. So June the 16th is our Independence Day. The Confederate States of America have done it. We've got victory. And this is like the biggest anticlimax ever, don't you think? When this is the end of the campaign. This is it. And then it'll play a crappy video at the end. I'll leave the video on. You can watch it if you want to watch it. You can leave it if you don't want to watch it. Obviously, it's crap, basically. But, so here we are. It's all over. The war's over. It was crazy, really. Beauregard was our biggest commander in the Western Theater there in the Trans-Mississippi. We've had Hardee become pretty famous. Lee didn't really have that much to do. He only fought 2 or 3 battles. But, I mean, our Eastern armies fought a bit in the earlier war and got some experience. Jeb Stuart is pretty famous and a good commander here. Same with Jackson, actually. And most of those division and brigade commanders did fairly well. And I think that last battle... It was a little bit of an anticlimax with it only being a small Union force, but they did put up a decent fight, actually. I did genuinely enjoy the fight. I hope you've enjoyed the series so far. Leave a comment on it. Let me know what you think overall. What's your thoughts on this game generally? Do you play this game or do you just watch it? That's something I'd be quite interested to hear. Do you guys actually play this or do you just watch it? But anyway, so I'll be back with another campaign of Grand Tactician, probably like in a few days. I'll have a few days off from Grand Tactician because I have played a lot of Grand Tactician over the last month, actually. Well, just over a month, I think, or just under a month. Well, anyway, around a month. Obviously, not just what you see on camera. I also have to do things behind the scenes, setting things up and transferring troops and things. It all takes time. But I actually really enjoy that side of things. I like the organising. I like things like that because I'm a bit of a freak like that. But anyway, so I do hope you enjoyed it. I hope you weren't too disappointed with this ending. But there we are, episode 31. If only we could have finished on a nice round 30. But there's that. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have a great day. And I'll hopefully catch you in a video in the future. So if you're not subscribed, do come and subscribe. If you haven't watched this whole series or you haven't checked the other series out, go and check it out on the channel. And I'll catch you later. Ta-ra for now. Actually, not quite ta-ra for now. I'm letting this video play for you.
We are fighting for independence, and that, or extermination, we will have. Jefferson Davis, President of the Confederate States of America. Epilogue. Apostles of Disunion. All the Confederacy asked was to be let alone. Instead, the states with which they were lately confederated attempted a subjugation by arms. But the sword in Southern hand was grasped tightly, and it was against this sword the Union, under its stubborn leader Lincoln, threw itself. Relying on the divine power that they believed covered with its protection the cause they held just, the Southern soldiers struggled for their freedom, independence, and self-government. And in this struggle, the Confederacy achieved the unbelievable. On the brink of an abyss into which they did not wish to look, against all odds, as all the might of the Union crashed against them, the ranks of Southern soldiers held firm. But it would be only after the bloody and heroic struggle for freedom, the Confederacy's true demeanor would be revealed. The nation was born from rebellion and extreme states' rights principles, and even during a war of survival against a common foe, plagued by internal feuds and petty rivalries, the apostles of disunion would find no comfort within another union of states centrally governed. The idea of men depriving other men of their freedom would not succeed in the changing world. The question of slavery, the so-called divine institution the Confederacy was based on to protect, in its moral impossibility, would sooner rather than later threaten to implode the quarrelsome nation. And when that time comes, the Confederacy will be surrounded only by enemies, like hungry wolves, looking for any sign of weakness to exploit.